Hello everyone, Bob Scott. We're buying this house behind me here today, and I'm going to walk you through some of the numbers of of why we bought this house, what the comps are, and we'll do an actual walkthrough of the property, and I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and just all the reasons that we ended up pulling the trigger on this deal. So we're actually buying this one behind me for $36,000. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath with 1,300 some odd square feet. So let's get right into it. You see the front of the house is in decent shape. It's got this older wood siding on it, but the roof's relatively new. It is a 1.5 story. There's 2 bedrooms upstairs. Relatively nice neighborhood. This is a blue-collar neighborhood of St. Louis, just south of the airport. I think this is officially maybe St. Anne or Overland. Real interesting fact for you, this house previously sold for $120,000 in 2006. So we're buying it for a third of what it last sold for. And this deal is actually a short sale. And for those that are not familiar with short sales, that means a property is selling for less than what the seller's loan balance is. So basically there's some sort of distress situation. Either the people moved out of town or they lost a job, whatever the reason may be, and the market, price the market could bear, a buyer like me, is $36,000, and they owed more than that, so they've negotiated with the bank to settle for less than that loan balance. Because you think in 2006 they bought it for $120,000, even if they put $10,000 down, which at the time, with all the low amount that people were putting down, they probably didn't even put that much down. So maybe they had a loan balance of 110. In 10 years, principal's not going to pay down that much. So let's say they maybe owed 100, even 95, best case. The bank's taking quite a bath on this one. So, anyways. That's one thing we do kind of like to look at, is what properties have previously sold for. Comps in today's market are actually probably 90 to 110. So even today we're getting a good deal. We've got a large great room here, hardwood floors. This is a really, really big, open, bright room. Got all the blinds closed, but this will be nice once it's all fixed up. You can put some poly on the floors and some new blinds, fresh coat of paint, really do wonders for this area. Okay, let's get into the kitchen. Flooring is in pretty good shape. It does need to be cleaned up. It's got this is sheet vinyl that's got a little bit of a texture to it. Kitchen cabinets and countertop are in decent shape. It's galley style. Those will clean up. Won't really have to do too much there. Does have this larger walk-in pantry. It's a nice feature. And obviously the fridge and the range will go over here. Not a huge kitchen, but decent, especially for this neighborhood. It's just fine. This is our master suite. Larger closet. And we've got a full bath here on the main level. Flooring's in good shape. Toilet's in good shape. Vanity's fine. Shower does need to be cleaned up, probably recaulked, but a real thorough cleaning, and it'll be just fine. We won't really have to do too much here. Let's run down to the basement first before we go anywhere else. So it is kind of a chilly day here in December in St. Louis, and luckily the seller's left a space heater for us because the utilities are not on. You can see we got a circuit breaker panel, everything's fine here. Property does have a sump pump, but when it was first out here it was kind of a wet day and there wasn't much in there, so that's a good sign. Checking out our furnace. This is all relatively new, and probably won't see it outside, but the condensers looks to be new as well, so no issues there. Got our water heater, plumbing pipes here, and you can see they left the space heater on for us, and that's nice of them to do. On a cold day like this, so there's no utilities running, and the property's is unoccupied, it's vacant, nobody's living there, a good chance that the pipes could burst because there's no movement in them and there's no heat on in the property. So if you've got properties in a cold climate in the winter, make sure if they're sitting vacant, they're winterized, or if you at least have some sort of heat or to keep the water moving. So not much else to see down here in the basement. The foundation wall is all fine. There's a little small room down there, but I'll go check that out. So we've got one bedroom on the main level here. The two other bedrooms are upstairs. This is a little bit more of a steep stairwell, but these are going to be kids' rooms, so not too much of a concern there. See, actually, we got some light. There we go. Much better. Yeah, decent sized room, and it's away from the parents, so parents have some privacy, kids have some privacy. A little bit of a closet. Obviously, there's a lot of junk left in here. We'll have to get a guy over here to clean everything out and get rid of all the personal items, the chattel. This room's a little bit smaller. You can tell it was previously a kid's room. We're in the middle of Cards Nation, everybody. So, yeah, that's about it. Up here, there is another bathroom over here, which is nice to have two full official bathrooms. So, this is on a platform, it's a little weird, but for this neighborhood, it's fine, and to actually have two full baths is a real important thing. A lot of these homes in this neighborhood are older and only have one bathroom. And we'll go check out the backyard real quick. A little bit of a sunroom here. And a decent sized backyard. And got to do some cleanup. A lot of junk left over. But our roof is almost brand new here. Gutters are in good shape. Everything I want to see is here. There's our condenser on the side of the house. You probably can't see it, but it's all in good shape. Check out this side. There's soffit, downspouts, everything looks good over here. Okay, cool. So there we have it. That's the house. Let's talk a little bit more about the numbers. Like I said, we're buying this thing for $36,000. Previously sold for $120,000 in 2006. Comparable sales in today's market. Put this thing at 95 to 110. Even on the conservative end, let's say this house will be worth $90,000, and we're picking it up for 36. So not too bad of a deal. We have plenty of equity in it, a lot of spread there, and we should be able to rent this thing out for, I'd say we can probably get $900 a month, maybe a little bit more, $925. So if we're paying 36 and renting out for $925, even if we're paying, with taxes and insurance, and then commercial loan, 15-year amortization, 20-year amortization at 5% interest, we're probably going to be on a monthly basis. Actually, let me figure it out for you. We'll get some actual real numbers. So we're going to pull up my financial calculator here, and let's just put in $40,000 as our actual all-in amount. We're going to have to get a guy over here to clean it up. I have to do some miscellaneous things. But that's the great thing about a lease option is, after we get all the junk out and thoroughly clean this thing, it'll move pretty quickly on a lease option just because the house is in good shape. There's nothing major that's needed. All the systems are here. It's in a good neighborhood. And I bet you we'll get, $3,000 to $4,000 down payment for this. So let's say we're all in on 40, and we're going to do 5% at 180 months So there's my financial calculator, what I've plugged in. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Anyways, our payment is going to come out to $316 a month for 15 years. So our payment to the bank, principal interest, is $316. Tax and insurance is going to run us $150 to $200 per month. We usually use the $200 per month mark just to be conservative. So let's say we're in this thing for $515. We got $900, $950 coming in the door. Even conservatively with the 900 number, that's $385 a month that this thing's going to cash flow every month, unless our tenant buyer actually executes the option. And in that situation, we'll probably make $30,000, $40,000 equity hit on the back end, and we can roll that money into another property. Tenant buyer just wants to stay and wants to rent. That's their option, that's their decision, and this thing's going to be paid off and paid down in 15 years, and then we'll own it free and clear. And from that point forward, rents will probably rise, and we'll be cash flowing even more. After all is said and done, we should put $700 plus into our pockets every month. I mean, that's the real power of real estate, is playing the long-term game on these type of deals. So hope you enjoyed this, hope you learned something. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got tons of videos like this that we'll be bringing you each and every day. And we also show some other cool things, how to use whole life insurance to compound the returns on a deal like this. If you had the $40,000 cash and you're going to buy this house, if instead you first ran that through your life insurance policy, you're pretty much going to double the amount of money you're going to make on this deal by combining those two financial assets, the life insurance policy and the real estate. And your $40,000 could be earning you money inside the policy and in the house. It's crazy actually to run the numbers on this bank on yourself stuff, creating your own bank. It's also called the infinite banking concept. Please check out those other videos that we have on this. It is the most powerful thing we've learned this year. And we've actually got a new website that we're bringing you. Go to cashflowtactics.com, and we talk all about this life insurance combined with real estate. It's truly, truly powerful stuff. Go check it out. Hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you at the next property.